Okay, let's look now at the bonus earthquake analysis with the 2000 earthquakes we just uploaded to our map. Now, just the earthquakes uploaded, we don't have any other information other than just where they're located. Now, the data set that we imported has a ton of data in um, in the sheet. Let's take a look at the data, the raw data. It not only has the location, latitude and longitude, but it also has the depth, so how deep the earthquake was, and the magnitude. Magnitude is the strength of the earthquake. We also have some other things like how long the earthquake happened, a bunch of other stuff, error stuff that's collected by USGS, um, and where the data point came from. That stuff's not really important for analyzing this data, but the depth, how deep down the earthquake happened, and how strong the earthquake was, is really useful data for what we're doing with it. And that's looking at and comparing earthquakes to support the idea of plate tectonics. So let's look at our map and create some new layers that show more information than just the location of these earthquakes. Okay, so with our map still open, we are going to uncheck all of the boxes except for earthquakes. Okay, so let's change the title of this, rename this layer from earthquakes to earthquake magnitude. So the first um, upgraded layer we're going to make is for earthquake magnitude. So to get this data to show that, we're going to change the uniform style. So we're going to click this, then click uniform style, and we are going to change it to style data by column and mag. So that's magnitude. So we're going to choose magnitude. Again, this is a lot of data, so it may take a second to update. There we go. Now we're going to select style by data, and then we're going to select ranges. There we go, right here. Ranges. Okay. Let's change the number of ranges to 5. And we'll select a color gradient. So let's go with, let's just leave it blue. The darker blue it is, the deeper the earthquake depth. And we're going to change the icons from the data point, or sorry, the flag. We're going to use our smaller data point just to make that a little easier to read with all the other stuff going on. So once you change one of those, it'll show up in your other icons list there, and it's really easy to go through and choose the remaining points. Now you can see you can also highlight. When you click on a layer, it highlights where those locations are. Okay, so it shows us each of those. Okay. All right, so that is organizing the data by magnitude. So where the largest earthquakes are happening. And now you can analyze the data and answer the question. Does organizing the data by magnitude tell us anything interesting about the distribution of earthquakes? And it says, hint, alongside what other features do the largest magnitude earthquakes occur? So we can turn on our other details and then highlight these high magnitude earthquakes and see what features occur next to them. Okay, so I'll let you do that. All right, and then the next section is we are going to take the same data and reorganize it to uh, be depths, how deep the earthquake is. Okay, so we are going to uncheck earthquake magnitude. And we're not going to delete it because we want to keep it, but we're going to add a new layer and follow the same instructions that we did to import our data from before. And we're going to make this one earthquake depth. We're going to still import the same data. Go to Google Drive and then recent. Select the same set of data. Again, it may take a moment. Okay, we're going to do time. Okay, as that loads, again, this is 2,000 data points, so it may take a moment for Google to catch up. There we go. All right, now we're going to click on Uniform Style and change that to Style by Data and go to Depth. Okay, once that is loaded, we're going to click Ranges, and we're going to change the number of ranges to 5. And we can select a color gradient. Let's do black, gray to black. So the darkest ones are going to be the deepest ones. Doesn't matter what color. Okay, and then we can close. We don't want to label them because that will get in the way. And then let's change these to our small dots so our map doesn't look so busy. Do that for each layer. Something to notice, looking at this data, in the little parentheses by next every or each grouping, that is how many earthquake points fall into that data range. So almost 1,200 earthquakes in this earthquake group of 2,000, a little over half fall within 29 meters deep. So that's what that data is telling us. Okay. All right, so now you can look at these depths of the earthquakes and turn on your other layers and look at that data. You can, of course, zoom in on places with a lot of earthquakes so you can see what's going on with each of these. And we are actually going to zoom in on some of these types of data in our next assignment, where we're going to make a graph of how these earthquakes and their depth tell us even more about plate tectonic boundaries. Okay, so that should get you to where you can answer the questions on the bonus section once you've done this part of the assignment. Okay.